Time collapses waves into particles when observed. That means reality isn't some fixed movie, playing whether you look or not. It's raw fucking potential. Until you place your gaze, it's infinite maybes. When you look, you choose which maybe hardens into is. Like a kid holding Lego pieces. Every structure exists in potential, but the second they snap the bricks together, that's the castle that you live inside. Imagine a swimming pool of ripples. Each wave is a different life that you could live. The moment you dive in, you collapse one ripple into a splash that defines this now. Life is the Cheesecake Factory menu, hundreds of pages, every dish possible. Until you order, nothing arrives. Observation is ordering. Without it, you're starving in front of infinite meals. Before you click the camera, the whole landscape is potential. Click and reality crystallizes into frame. That's what your attention does every second. The farmer. Seeds in the field, they're infinite futures. Water one, and it grows into the tree that you sit under. Neglect it, and weeds eat the soil. Karma is just a neglected observation, coming back to fuck you sideways. Every time you check your phone, infinite notifications collapse into the one you open. Every time you say yes or no, you collapse worlds where you didn't. Even when you don't choose, you collapse into entropy, wasted time, regret. Consciousness isn't passive, it's the generator. You're not just watching a wave collapse, you are the collapse. Observation isn't peeking through a window, it's hammering nails into the house that you live in. Ask yourself, do you value certainty? Then you collapse waves into routines. Do you value freedom? You collapse into wild-ass adventures. Do you value creation? You collapse into art, relationships, empires. Whatever you claim to value, it's where your gaze funnels probability into form. Ignore this. Your values collapse into garbage you didn't choose. So why does this work? Physics, the double slit experiment. Look, and light behaves as a particle. Don't look, and it stays a wave. Neuroscience. Neurons fire in resonance. Attention phase locks chaos into stable memory. Psychology. Belief filters perception. You literally don't see what you don't expect. So if you're living the same old tired loops, it's because you keep observing the same damn story. So why are you scared? Scared of being wrong, scared of being judged for collapsing into your real self. Scared of realizing you've been authoring your own misery all along. But hear this, not choosing, it's still a choice. Procrastination is collapsing into stagnation. That's the karma of hiding. Confusion is good. It's the brain's loading screen. When old beliefs break, the system is open for reprogramming. That's where NLP and hypnosis slip in. New frames, new stories, new collapses. The top patterns that drain us. Analysis paralysis is infinite wave soup. Living by other people's observation. Their collapse runs your life. Comfort addiction. Collapsing into the smallest possible version of yourself. Break them. How? Shock, humour, contradiction, reframing. And as you listen now, notice how you've always been collapsing waves into particle. Every breath, every glance, every choice has collapsed. And as you remember that every yes and every no, it's the universe you brought into being. you may realise that you can collapse waves differently now, because you've been doing it unconsciously. But what happens when you do it on purpose? When you stop collapsing into fear and start collapsing into courage? When you stop collapsing into other people's judgments and start collapsing into your own fucking sovereignty? And you imagine the futures you could collapse into. Notice the difference. One path, where you keep ignoring this, life shrinks, regrets multiply, entropy eats you alive. Another path, where you own this truth, you become the farmer, the photographer, the builder, collapsing exactly what you value into form. And your nervous system, it already knows how to do it, because you've always been doing it. Time doesn't wait. It doesn't give a shit if you're scared. Every second collapses waves into your future, whether you look or not. So collapse on purpose. Collapse into what fucking matters. Or get collapsed by default.